In 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone. You are listening to CPR, Catherine Public Radio, where we will resuscitate your life with knowledge of all things Catherine. I am your lovely host, Catherine D., and today we have a very special guest, Catherine Deptoch. With many years of film experience from attending New York Film Academy for filmmaking, music video, and acting, as well as attending the NYU SPS High School Academy digital filmmaking course, as well as creating a website with all of her films and film analyses, VulcatStudio, and creating a student-run film club, the HCRHS Film Society. She'll be giving us the inside scoop on all things film, as well as answering some questions from our audience. Hello, Catherine. Greetings, Catherine. It's absolutely wonderful to be on the air. This is my first time on the radio. Well, it's great that it's with us. Speaking of great, today's segment is all about greatness. There have been many greats over the years, in literature, politics, music, and film. Shakespeare wrote in his play, Twelfth Night, "Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them." So, we ask, what does it take for someone to be great? Catherine, what's your take? Well, Catherine, I think it takes hard work and dedication to achieve greatness. Yes, some people are born with greatness, but it does not come without shaping and nurturing that greatness to reach its full potential. As an ambitious filmmaker, I strive for greatness every day, trying to become better with lighting techniques and sound, as well as coming up with better shots. Greatness does not just flourish overnight. Oh, it looks like we have our first caller. Catherine from Flemington, you are on CPR. Hello out there.
Hello, Catherine D. and Catherine Deptoch. I'm a big fan and have a question for you. You just said that greatness doesn't happen overnight, and one must work on it. But in order to achieve greatness, one must start one day at a time. What does a day in your life sound like on your journey to greatness?
Catherine, what a great question. Each day is different for me, and I purposefully do that. I strive to learn something new each day, whether it's directly or indirectly about film. But I always look at a day in a positive light. It's hard to say what I do each day, but I try to learn something about three-point lighting one day, aperture another, and maybe watch a Roman Polanski film another day, analyzing his storytelling. But can you pick out one day in particular? I'll give you a random one. How about July 24th, 2015? July 24th? Well, that was the last day of my filmmaking course at NYU. I had stayed at the university for the whole week in the dorms and had studied digital filmmaking as well as made a short film. I learned about the history of film and the art of visual storytelling. It was interesting to see the evolution of film and why certain camera angles and effects were considered great at the time and still remain great to this day. For example, in the 1958 Orson Welles film noir thriller Touch of Evil, the opening scene is a 3-minute-long tracking shot filmed on a crane, which was high-tech for the time. Yet it remains one of the best opening long shots ever, because of the suspense it held as it followed a couple walking through the street while a bomb was set for 5 minutes in a car that kept appearing and disappearing into the shot. I took many notes during that week and utilized these examples to inspire my short film, Gum, about two people that get stuck in gum on the street and the antics that come with the disruption in their lives. I think that July 24th definitely made an impact evidently on my life. How so? Well, after meeting many new people and getting to work with a fantastic crew, we had to finish editing the film. I got up, went for breakfast at the Weinstein Dining Hall, and went straight to the classroom to finish post-production. From 9 until 4, we worked rigorously fixing the lighting, coloring, and audio to make it in time for the final screening of the film. You spent the whole day editing? Well, when it comes to editing, time flies by very quickly. We even wished for another few hours because there was a rush to the finish. But in between all this time, we learned some important facts about marketing and the business aspects of film and how it has evolved. Why would you have to worry about money in the film industry? It seems like Hollywood has so much money, and directors like Steven Spielberg get an awful lot of money to spend for the budget. Yes, but the way I saw it through history, times to make movies were great back then because the filmmakers owned the theaters and distribution outlets. Pre-World War II, filmmakers were fearless to make controversial films that might not sell, because they were independent. Then in the 1950s, the United States government said studios could not own the theaters anymore. This created a surge of B-rated safe films in order to appease the public and generally sell films. Plus, the budget had to be tactically managed. Besides paying for the props and equipment, one had to keep in mind paying for all the workers, clearing any copyrights, paying for the marketing and distribution, and any other aspects of the film. That did not leave much room for the director or the studio. That's why a producer's role is so important in the film. Thank you, Catherine from Flemington. Now let's move on to our next caller. Catherine from Manville, you are on CPR. Hello there.
Hi guys, I have a question for Catherine Depto. What is the key to making a great script?
Well, Catherine from Manville, the key to making a great script is the story. Though the figurative language and deep monologues make a film memorable and interesting, the script will not be successful without a great story. At NYU, my professor taught my class a very important stepwise format of a good story, Joseph Campbell's 12 Steps of a Hero's Journey. Ordinary world, call to adventure, refusal, meeting with the mentor, crossing the threshold, tests, allies, enemies, approach to inmost cave, ordeal, reward, seizing the sword, the road back, resurrection, and return with elixir. With and around all these steps, there has to be a concrete thing and other thing thesis. Filmmakers make films for a purpose and with a certain message. Thank you, Catherine from Manville. Now, Catherine, it's an interesting coincidence that July 24th was the day we picked, because on July 24th, 1791, Catherine the Great saw her commander of military and lover, Potemkin, for the last time before he died shortly thereafter. Wow, what a coincidence! Especially because the film I made on July 24th, 2015, ends with the man whose shoe is stuck in gum, Declan, freeing himself and running away, leaving sad Catherine on the curb. Unlike history, however, he returns. You know, there's a special connection between all Catherines in this world. Catherine of the Sea, of course. Absolutely. So, at the end of the segment, I ask all of my guests, which Catherine influences you the most? Oh gosh, that's a hard question, really, because I feel a connection towards all Catherines I meet and study. I was named after Catherine Deneuve, a French actress who has performed in many films, like Repulsion, Les Parapluies de Cherbourg, and Indochine, and has a great influence on my filming style. I also have an interesting connection with Catherine, the lead female character in Emily Bronte's novel, Wuthering Heights, since the author shares a birthday with me, and Catherine herself has dark brown hair, dark brown eyes, and is strong-willed and passionate. Plus there's Catherine de Medici, who I connected with a lot when going to France this past summer and visiting the Château de Senonceau, originally the chateau of her husband's mistress, Diane de Poitiers, until her husband died, and Catherine kicked Diane out, along with placing a portrait of herself in Diane's former bedroom. I always admired Catherine's determination and rather be respected than loved demeanor. And lastly, Catherine the Great, who epitomizes greatness. Her expansion of Russia's artistic culture and boost of economy as she encouraged trade by lifting various restrictions and promoting the development of underpopulated areas, she really revived the power of Russia. I also admire her strong will to take charge of Russia when she led the military coup to eliminate her mal-equipped husband, Peter III. There are so many Catherines to choose from. I cannot decide on just one. Thank you, Catherine. Do you have any lasting thoughts you want to share with your audience? Yes, I do. Catherine from Flemington's question was really interesting about the importance of a day in one's journey to greatness, because it gives perspective to the game plan we call life. No matter if it's July 24th or any other day of the week, each day is equally important to our strides to success. And for me, I have been working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and 2 plus 0 plus 15 equals 17 years of my life to achieve greatness, and I hope for many great days in the future. Thank you so much, Catherine Deptoch, and thank you to all our callers on this wonderful day. I am Catherine D., and from all the staff here at CPR, I wish you a great day.